What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show, man. Lunch with social media. Today we got. Go ahead, just do it.
I'm social media. Can I just
do it?
I'm hungry. Like
we're at the Gyro Nook in Harker Heights, Texas. If you have not had this place, 100% must have. Like, how good is that?
That's really good.
We're here with Access Benjamin today.
Intro. Salutations, fam. Benjamin Brandon here.
I'm gonna mess that up. Like, I've asked you like 4 times before. Look, you got it all over.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, this is what you do, huh? You bring me to lunch and
then just like tell you, I
questions.
gotta ask you questions.
I'll tell you, this is probably the most unique podcast I've been on. I've been on several, so thank you for that. But yes, hi, my name is Benjamin Brandon. I am a social media influencer, as they say.
He is.
Known for my vertical videos on IGTV. Blew up on the IGTV platform last year. Went from 2,000 followers to now 14,000 followers in a year, all because of IGTV. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is my name, Benjamin Brandon.
And go watch it, because it's so sick.
Thanks, man.
I know, I love it.
Appreciate that. In which I teach others how to create the vertical videos that I do on IGTV and all the gear that I use and things like that.
Love it. So, dude, before we get into like what we do and how we do it and all the back end stuff, I'm gonna ask everybody this question on the show. So, you ready for it? This is how it's got to start.
Am I ready?
I know.
What?
Do you believe fake it till you make it in the concept theory of that?
Do I believe in fake it till you make it?
Yeah. What's your thought on fake it till you make it when someone tells you that?
I cringe.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It happens. It works for people. Some people, not everybody, but I can't stand that, because the true creators, those who are truly authentic in social media, are the most unique, and those are the ones who blow up. Those are the ones who are more successful. Is nowadays online, you can see through someone so easily.
100%.
You know, so fake it till you make it. Like, yeah, I'll go pay $300 and rent a Lamborghini for a video, but then what about the next video?
100%.
Like, it's just...
So yeah, I love that question because everybody has their different viewpoints on it.
Yeah.
And so I want to hear people's thought on it. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, man, how important is social media right now in where we're living at, like to small businesses? Because that's really what it comes down to, the backbone of the U.S.
Oh man. So this is fun. How important, the question was, how important is social media right now in this day and age?
Yes.
To small businesses. I mean, huge, because small businesses do one of two things. Either they don't have enough money to go into television, or they use the money that they do have in their marketing spend to create a commercial that no one watches because not many people watch television anymore. Whereas social media, not only is it cheaper to produce, but you get a lot more eyes on your content, and you're able to put yourself in front of the people you truly want to be in front of. It's huge. It's the reason why we have businesses, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But more importantly, I think one of the reasons, I mean, I'm speaking for both of us.
Yeah.
The reason why we love what we do is because we get to help those small businesses actually produce revenue.
Yeah.
Which makes us feel good. Sure, do we get paid? Yeah. But it's like our payment, our fee pays for itself with revenue, right?
I think a lot of businesses forget, like I still think they're printing and doing all those things. I believe in that still, that type of guerrilla marketing or marketing print and billboard styles if you can afford it. But I don't think billboard and emailing gets you the ROI that social media does. And here's why. They can't track that data. With a video, you can track who's watching, where they're watching, why they're watching, and what happened after they watch it.
And how long they're watching.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Like, how good can you make your content where they watch 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or the whole video? Mm-hmm. And I think that's where people underestimate the importance of social media for small businesses, man. It's so crucial. When you're going into a small business and you're creating the content for them, or you're thinking about it, what are some of the things that you think about to do for them?
That's a good question. So That for me, it's twofold. So I've either get hired to have my production team come in, and I say that sounds fancy. It's only 2 people.
And you're
All right.
you're in Austin?
Yeah, in Austin.
spicy.
Yeah. So for me, it's 2 ways. It's either my production company comes in and creates an ad, or produces a campaign, or I personally get hired to do influencer shoots and sponsored videos, right? So for me,
Let's name drop a couple, just because I'm not going to let you go about that.
Okay.
With that being said, what are some of the past clients that you've just shot with?
So BMW, BMW and BMW of North Austin. So the branch and the bigger guys. Joby, who make the amazing, vlogging tripods, action tripods. That's a loud car.
Welcome to the country.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy out here. BMW, Joby, and San Mark, to name the bigger ones. Or Jack Daniels.
For people watching, how hard was it to start getting some of those bigger clients? Like what did you have to do to get those?
That's a good question.
I'm curious about that.
What did I do? I'm trying to think about it, right? It all just kind of happens in the moment.
But you went to film school
Sure, yeah.
to learn how to it wasn't like, you know what, man, I'm gonna start doing Instagram and
Right.
I got BMW.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't work like that.
Right. I think the biggest thing that I did was produce an audience that understands what they can get from me, and doing that in the most honest way possible.
Okay.
Right. So my audience came from me teaching others. So all of my stuff, minus the IGTV vlogs and things like that, all that is, majority is value to the audience. I don't get anything from return every single video, right?
Yeah.
And the times I do, obviously it's announced, hey, this is sponsored, So I created a sizable audience through my own unique factor, right? My unique value proposition, which is vertical video.
100%. And so, guys, just so you understand what vertical film is, you could explain it a whole lot better than I can. But let's go with the way you watch your videos are vertically on your phone. He shoots in a dimension, and his camera angles are all shot vertically. Where these are stationary this way, he shoots this way.
Yeah.
It's a way tricky way to film. And once you learn it, it looks great on your phone and vertically how you watch it.
That's a good way to say
right?
it. That's perfect. It is super tricky to make. And that's part of the reason I've created an audience, is because as someone who does it every day, all the time, whether it's for me or for clients, I've understood how to do it, right? The proper way, and how it looks good to a point where people can spend thousands of dollars on it and get a return on that. And visually, it's just like, everyone's used to watching videos like this on YouTube. Vertical videos, just, not having to do this.
And you still can watch them that way.
Yeah.
It just looks better straight up and down.
Definitely, yeah.
And it takes up, if I'm not mistaken, it takes up the full screen.
Yeah, so for YouTube and IGTV, it's a full screen vertical, right? So it's full screen vertical. So your entire phone is a video, right, that you're watching, which is super comfortable, and people like it a lot, especially in the mobile age, because, we're watching all of our stuff on this versus, on a computer nowadays. So it's harder for people to, ignore that ad. And that's what I've been banking on all the time, is the fact that a vertical video ad is so dominant.
And it's so much more than that, what you do, man. If you go watch any of your content, which please everybody go subscribe to him.
Thanks.
But you add this kind of wow factor. You have a certain color that goes with your theme. Mike's always, my video crew's always like, yo, did you see his colors he's doing, or your transitions? I think what brings that added value to your content, and that's what helps.
It is good to have a flair.
A flair, there you go.
Whether it's whether you say the in-camera transitions that I do, the color palette and aesthetic that I use, or video magic. That's kind of one thing I'm known for, is making stuff disappear.
I've been jacking your video. Did you see my video magic the other day?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh no, I did one just for you. Yeah.
Hey guys, create, share, and inspire.
I
true
had
that.
to do it anyways. So yeah, you had that
show that to me.
added flair.
Yeah.
When you were coming up and you were building your influence on Instagram, right? And you have a pretty good following now. What are some of the things that you did that the average folk, is what I call it, can go and do on a day-to-day basis to help their following?
I would say consistently create.
100%.
Yeah, I would say everyone's first, I don't know, 20, 30 videos suck.
Suck.
Right?
I suck balls, I think.
Oh man, do you remember that?
Yeah, I
Oh
did.
my god. He's referencing a callback. We were doing a vlog one day. I was replying to DMs on Instagram, and I do it with the audio, so that's you could just talk instead of type. And the last word or phrase I said to this woman who was thanking me for my YouTube content, she was mentioning how her videos suck right now and how my videos have helped her try to improve them. And I was great. I'm like, yeah, everyone's videos suck balls. And then I stopped recording.
I happen to just be walking in.
And then
right?
you happen to be walking in. It's sent on its own, and it took me 10 minutes to at least reply back. So surely she was like, what?
But to reference back what you're saying, I think people get into the mindset that they have to have this full production. I worked my ass off just to even get to like this.
Bro, you got a thing going.
But you know, we took on hundreds of clients and failed and made bad videos and made good videos.
Totally.
But I guess what you were reiterating is create every day. Just get started. That's my thing, is just start creating and things are going to start happening.
Yeah.
Yes, it takes time to get better, and you put in a crap load of work, I'm sure, to make one good video. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I wish one time, our next one that we do something, I want to see like your first video that you shot and made.
Oh, man. That's funny. The wife and I were talking about reacting to my first few videos. Just because it's night and day. I didn't start YouTube or social media as the vertical video guy. That didn't happen up until about a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, I started YouTube I just started. I literally got into the culture of YouTube and social media video and just kind of did what everyone else did just to kind of flow with it and see, so I could find my thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea to, very minutely replicate those you like, put your own voice to it, and then eventually you find your thing, right? I always say that a niche or whatever you want to call it, finds you. You never find it.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah.
when you're single and you try to find a wife or a girlfriend, and then you're on the hunt. You don't find that person, but then when you stop, there she is, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
And it's the same thing, and you can divorce. I mean, you can divorce work. I can't tell you how many clients that we've taken on that weren't my fit.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know, so we went out and we shot this and we were trying to get this shot and that shot, but I couldn't figure it out because they just weren't me. They weren't jiving with me. So
Yeah.
yes, I started creating, but then we have walked away from clients and clients have walked away from us because it just wasn't a fit.
I mean, that happens. That's human nature. It's chemistry is a huge important part to any service to client business or things like that. But yeah, when it comes to just starting, someone like me, right? I went to film school. I have a film degree, and I know the basics and the ins and outs of cinematography and directing. But on YouTube, my first 10 videos at least, I would say sucked.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a different culture, social media. I was trying to I don't know what I was trying to do, honestly. I really don't. Some of those, they looked good. They, flowed, obviously, because I'm an editor.
They were bad,
But,
sugarcoated it.
I mean, I think yes, they were bad, but I think they were bad because
You know what your expectations are now. So, I even look back at some of mine, I'm like, I still think creatively they were great because I knew I was pouring my heart into it.
yeah.
I just know what I'm capable of now versus then. And so that's what I try to iterate to everybody. Start.
Just start.
Because nothing's going to matter in a year.
No.
Everything's going to change. It's going to be different.
It's all going to be different.
So before we started this little, I don't even know what, our lunch, you were going to ask me a question. You run ads right now for clients. That's how you get an income. Clients hire you, run ads on Instagram for them. You build Instagram content. But you were going to ask me a Facebook question. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I have a client that is oddly enough right now having one digital ad agency run not their social media, because I run their content on Facebook and Instagram, but I only advertise for them on Instagram.
Okay.
And I understand and I'm able to calculate the ROI of every ad that goes up.
Okay.
Right? And a lot of what we do for them is organic reach anyway, so they don't pay much in ad spend. But when we get the ads, like boom, 22,000 views on a video that we do, and you know, X amount that amount of lead clicks and all lead generation, all that fun stuff. But what they're doing wrong, in my opinion, when it comes to their Facebook advertising, is PS. You don't ever have two different companies run your ads. Just choose one. Like,
pick one. Test it.
I wouldn't mind getting rid of me doing the ad spend and just me creating the content. That's just they're already confusing themselves, right?
100%.
Anyway, so they come to me and they ask like, are you able to calculate the ROI on our Facebook ads?
Yep.
I told them the first thing I said right then and there is like, I can guarantee you that it's not going to be much, because what they're doing right now is not video, it's infographics. It's just a graphic with like 2 syllables and a click here link.
Okay.
And obviously
So they're giving a call to action button.
There's a call to action, there's a nice image, like that's cool, but I mean, the fact that video gets clicked 38% more than a photo on
100%.
Facebook is a huge number. It doesn't sound big, but compare that to the 2 billion people on Facebook right now. That's huge. So, how do I calculate a good ROI on Facebook?
Okay. So a big question, big answer is kind of what I went into explaining before, right? So let's say we run an ad on Facebook. Well, how do we know what the ROI? Just for everybody to know that ROI is return on investment. So if I spend $1, how do I know I got $2?
Yep.
Very hard to track on Facebook because you don't really do business on Facebook.
Yeah.
Nobody got on their social media to do business. You as a marketer has to figure out a way to make content good enough to drive them to a place where you can retarget ads back to that person until they do business with you. So the answer to that question is really hard.
Yep.
I don't know if you could track what your return on investment is, but how I do it for my clients, I set up their Google retargeting ads. We shoot content, we drive them to a website where we can track data, a squeeze page, a landing page on their website, and then retarget Google ads back through cookies with them. We can do it retargeting on Facebook, we can do it retargeting on Instagram, but we do that through the data that we collect by how long they watched a video, what they did after they watched the video, and where they went while they watched the video. So I'm pushing them to their website and then retargeting ads back to them via Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube.
So it's everywhere. Okay.
It's everywhere.
So there's 2 touch points. The first one is the initial ad itself,
Which is the good content that you make,
then they click on it,
which goes to their website.
and then another ad comes up on their feed.
After their cookies are embedded once you set up their pixels and their retargeting. It's there. They can't go nowhere from you.
for
But
sure.
you have to make that initial content that's good and they want to watch it.
Yeah.
If they don't want to watch it, then you're irrelevant.
Yeah, that's
Right?
That's the bummer.
And most people make a digital ad that's a picture that's just asking for a sale.
yeah.
Why would I want to get on my Facebook and buy a house from you? But if you made a really cool video that told me who you are, I'm more likely to click on that hyperlink that I put on my ad and told me to go there. Well, now I have them. Now I'm tracking that data. Now I'm retargeting. Now I can get an ROI out of Facebook.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how I do it with my clients.
That's huge.
But I had to figure out how to make good content to get an ROI.
Yeah, no one will click on a video that is about nothing.
And if I'm making multiple good videos, God, people are going to click on my stuff all the time. They're going to come back to my page.
It's going to be harder to not go to that second retargeting ad and be like,
100%.
oh, this guy again.
Boop. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but if
check
I
it out.
asked to buy a gyro from this place, and all I did was every time I couldn't tell the value of how good it was, and which is amazing. You guys should come eat
so
here.
good.
It's so good.
Oh.
But that's how you're going to get an ROI off of social media. It's a very hard number to track. But I will tell you, for most of my clients that I have, I can't tell you how many pre-meetings I've went into that people don't even know how much it costs to run business.
Wow.
Like, what's an acquisition for a customer? They don't know it.
Oh, wow.
And they should,
Yeah.
right? Even
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're a mom and pop store selling ice cream,
Yes.
know what it costs to get somebody in that door. So when you hire somebody, you know
Wow.
what return you're getting off of that dollar.
And that's there's like almost, besides not knowing that needs to be a solid foundational metric for a business, like it's super easy. It's a lot easier for smaller businesses to do
Oh,
that
100%
because there's
a
not
lot
much
easier.
data there.
I think most people just they have a really good idea. They just don't know how to see it all the way out and run business.
Yeah.
Not do business, but be in business.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, and that's kind of like how I've created my thing. What's funny is my influence started, like my influencer career, let's say, started before my company.
That's such a thing now.
It's so weird. Yeah, like the majority of my income comes from influence.
Yeah.
You know, not all of it, right? I'm no one huge, but enough to where, you know,
You're making a living.
I'm making a living.
You can drive down here and shoot this film with me.
Exactly. Yeah. So what's been popping is the influence happened, and then I was doing everything for myself, and then someone, you know, sent me a DM one day. I'm like, oh, it's who was it? It was some like real estate broker. Like, do you do real estate videos? And I was like, I can. Yeah. I mean,
You just went with it.
not
You believed in
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. I was like, pretty easy from what I see, and I've always had I would say, I want to call it a gift. That just sounds too egotistical. I've always had the ability to look at something and then mimic it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from film school, you know,
Yeah.
that's where it started. So yeah, I did it and it was great. And I was like, we should run an Instagram ad and see what happens. And, you know, he already had an email list. So that was like money.
God.
And then
how many people? Here's since you said that, you said I just live off this word. Please build your email list.
Yeah.
God, it's so important. Like, just do it.
You know what's funny is, I agree with that. I think it's important more so for the fact that you're able to create a custom audience.
You own it. You
Yeah.
own that data.
It's yours. Yeah.
Facebook goes away, you don't own it.
Yeah.
Instagram goes away, you don't own it. Snapchat, I can keep going on.
It's a great
Email,
backup.
you own
Yeah.
it.
That's a very, yeah, I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
That's totally true. Yeah, I mean, for me, I use email lists for custom audiences, right?
Do you put videos in your email list?
Like for myself, yes, but
So I'm doing it right now for clients.
how is it working?
Great.
Yeah, I don't know. I have an email list about, I think almost 2,000.
Yep.
And I don't. It's like I don't have the time. It's a horrible excuse. It's
such
a
a bad
horrible
one. I
excuse.
know. You're-
When I have the time, or I bring the team on to do. It's very rare when I have them do stuff for me, because I do everything on my own pretty much. But yeah, there are a lot of videos that I should be emailing people, because I know those 2,000 would want to watch it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it would help my YouTube views, but it's just like. I'd rather just create more.
I don't.
Yeah, that's like my problem. Don't be me that way, because I'm losing some opportunity there.
Oh,
I know
100%.
that.
Then buckling down and going after it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're creating. Like,
That's the thing. I'd rather create than promote myself.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's
too.
where it really gets. I think that's
It's-
why.
yeah, it's hard.
That's like the personal.
You don't want to come off real like salesy either. Like, you rather just create new stuff. It's
Yeah.
cool to watch.
And for my demographic, which is the millennial demographic, we don't like email. Like, we're the ones who have like 4,000 in our inbox unread, for the most part, right?
Yeah.
It depends on who it is. you
I
know?
mean, I think it's another way to touch people that's free. And if you did your job, and not only that is, what I've been doing lately is taking my email list, building a custom audience in Facebook's back screen, and we've been retargeting ads through emails on Facebook, just to let you know.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Been working great.
Huh. That's a good idea.
100%. That's why people pay me.
I might have to think about that
So
too.
yeah, we've been embedding. We've been taking all their email lists. I have one client, 16,000 email lists. Not only have we been sending videos out to them, but I've been building custom audiences, and you can build up to like 6,000 at a time in Facebook on custom audiences.
So
you
really, 6,000?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely an easy thing in Business Manager to do. So it's a great tool.
Yeah. for
So
sure.
man, I think we could go on forever. I
Pretty
think
much.
lunch is almost over.
I mean, I've still got a ways to go.
I know. But what is so your tip for everybody is just start creating?
I mean, overall, take it from someone who has a film degree and has a film background, and is admitting that his first 10 dozen videos suck, right? if my video sucked, there was a reason for it. I think once you start creating, you're able to not only create and find your voice, what you're doing on social media, because that's the number one thing. People are not going to watch you if you're just random unless it's your family.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what happened. That's what happens with everyone who doesn't have a voice or a purpose or a niche or things like that. So once you start creating, you'll find that niche and you'll find that voice. And after that, as long as you're honest and humble and a genuinely good person doing this on social media, you'll gain an audience. Like there's no secret to how people blow up. That's what they do.
Yep.
They have something to give to a particular subset of audience, and they give it in the most unique way, entertaining way, right? My tutorials aren't necessarily boring.
Yeah.
Because I hate boring tutorials, right? And my IGTV videos and my vlogs, those are for my audience. Like I create them for me because they're a fun creative outlet, but they're also for them because they want to see stuff like this on a daily basis. What is it like to be a social media influencer and a video pro during the day? And that's where it's at. So once you find your voice, you create those videos, I guarantee you the other thing you're going to find is story. That's key, right? If you ask me, Ben, what is the secret to a good video? It's a story. The reason why I say my video sucked in the beginning is because there was no story.
That's true, yeah.
There was barely any story. And cinematography-wise, editing-wise, they were fine. I would say I'm a better editor than I was yesterday. But there was no story. So what are you talking about? Why are you talking about it? These are things that people want to connect from a one-on-one relationship. And if you create that in video, there's no telling where you or your business will go. It's crazy. We work with realtors, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've had one of my real estate clients, literally every month, big listings that he couldn't get sold are being sold because we're showing others and his Facebook audience him. We're showing him with his kids. We're showing him on the boat. We're showing him being an individual and a person. And the fact that he's doing that, and obviously it looks great, right? People are starting to understand that they're getting to know him and build the trust factor, because the one thing that sells in any business is trust. If I trust you, I'm going to buy something.
100%.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway. Build your audience, create something, and then ask for a sale. Quit coming out of the gate asking for a sale.
Yeah, it's like Gary Vee, right?
100%. I live off of that. Dude.
Yeah, Gary Vee has the jab, 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 right hook.
Yeah.
Right. So give, and then ask for something.
Yeah.
Right. That's the right hook. And for me, I go beyond that. Like, I'll create 10 videos before I actually ask for something, and then on the 11th, I'll ask for something. Right. Hey, this video is sponsored by Sandmark. Click here on the link to receive 10% off of your entire purchase.
Shameless plug.
So code is Benjamin Brandon if you want to go to sandmark.com and buy gear for 10% off of your entire purchase, by the way.
Just more joking.
Yeah. That's true. Like, you can do that.
You can do that.
Like, you can do that.
And that's probably a whole nother explaining how to start making money off of once you become influencers. Where we could explain all that.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
Like, opportunities happen, I just recently got affiliated with Epidemic Sound, who is the #1 rights-free music on the internet.
Mike, you heard that, right?
I hear you.
He'll send us the link, because we need to go ahead and sign up.
Yeah. Epidemic Sound does, all the music in any video I've ever done, clients and myself, sound effects, right? That's also huge.
We've been talking about this all last week.
Oh my God,
yeah.
It's
that works.
great. The best part is there's a business account, so if you pay I think it's like $100 a month, or with my code, Benjamin Brandon, you get a 30-day free trial, and it's cheaper. It's like $99 a month, but you have all the rights to any music ever that you can put on ads.
I like that.
Which is huge, versus paying $119 for every song.
Yeah.
And like $80 for a sound effect. Like, really?
Those are crazy for me.
I'm so thankful.
Where can they find you? Yeah, 100%. Why you shove the food in your mouth?
This show, man, is the most unique thing.
I love it.
Just the guy roll and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this to you with my mouth full. You can access me at Access Benjamin. Please put a title here because I'm stuttering.
Yeah.
On all the socials and YouTube.com/Benjamin Brandon.
Awesome, dude. So thankful you came, bro. Love it. You rock. Till next week, we'll have somebody else on the show, and y'all enjoy, man. Don't forget to create, share, and inspire. Y'all take it easy.